We're going to talk about an HR outsourcing service. We're going to combine people and technology. The problem is HR of one is broken, and HR of one is simply the small business owner who hires one HR person to do all the tasks that HR needs to do. The fix is HR of many. Kind of intuitive. But let's first talk about your HR story. Your story, I would like you to think about in two ways. How has HR served you with enrollment, maybe, transactions, the services of HR? And then engaging you as an employee to serve the customer. Two distinctly different things that I'd like you to think about. I'm going to tell you a story about Kelly, HR of one. As an example, I sit down with Kelly, HR of one, and this person runs the HR and many tasks, and Kelly has no seat for me to sit on. As they're moving the papers, I start asking questions, and they're telling me about their day. And come to find out, the papers I'm moving off the seat are enrollment papers that are not completed. They proceed to talk about the union contract that's not signed, and it's giving them stress. Then they talk about the union grievance that just got filed. Then they talk about the 401k late payments. Then they talk about the safety equipment that's been defeated. Then they talk about the FAA who's coming in to audit, and they know they're going to fail. This is Kelly. This is Kelly, HR of one. So I have been in front of Kelly, HR of one, often. Over 20 years, hundreds if not thousands of times, I have been in front of Kelly, HR of one. So at this point, it would be good for you to think about your HR experience. On the left, you'll see the regulators that provide requests for service to HR that HR is expected to cover. Down the middle are all the ways communication may come into HR. On the right, you're going to see the list of ways that HR interacts with employees and the topics that are important to employees. So here's the list. Now, what's your story? Which of these items, or how many of these items, have you been influenced by? Is in your story? So meet HR of one. This is the overwhelmed one. This is Kelly. So what about the owner? What is the owner thinking? And what does the owner tell us about the HR services? I was just in Kelly's office, and now I go in the owner's office, and I start asking questions, and they tell me this. Here's what they tell us. This looks like everything's fine. The root cause is here. The owner is in denial because they have professionals helping them. They think everything is covered. But it's not. Everything is not covered. Lawyers, CPAs, other vendors, insurance agents, they stay in their swim lanes by design. That leaves these gaps. This is one of the biggest reasons that we think the recommendation service is needed, because owners are in denial and they don't see the gaps. What we'd like the recommendation service to do is to get into that owner thinking. Instead of the owner thinking management by delegation, just make it go away, and being the barrier to the problem because they don't want to admit the problem, we think that owners need to know. They have critical tasks they can't get to. They're busy in the lower right. They have a lot of tasks, but less important in terms of cost. Upper left, you can clearly see these are things that the 5500 gets done once a year. They're untrained to do it. It's infrequent. They may never have touched one, and then they're going to do one. And that's a federal filing. And then in the lower left, we give this person, Kelly, the picnic on top of everything else. We think that the recommendation is HR of many is an instant fix. The PEO performs all the services and shares liability, focuses on engaging employees for customer happiness. This is our recommendation, replacing HR of one, where you have low task accuracy and high owner liability, with the complete opposite, and it's once and done. So what's our goal? The HR outsourcing recommendation service is easily accessible to owners. Owners that are in denial, the owner who's looking for help, who admits that they have a problem, and they access by search. So this is Industry 4.0. You have people, sales, getting into the owner's thinking, and you also have the website. So what's the action plan? The action plan is simple. If this happened, would the people, planet, and profit, our vision for the world, be improved? Already done some things. We have some advisors in training. We have a couple sales. We have a pipeline, landing page. Here's what's left to do. Build the business plan and pitch first round of funding, continue to invite advisors, build the sales success, build it, engage employees, and make happier customers. The question I have for you, what does better HR mean for you?